From a kid who argues with the teacher over if the sun is real or not, yeah, the sun, to a kid who thinks sitting in chairs is offensive, these are the craziest Gen Z kids you've ever seen. Let's go.
And we're crying.
Sorry. We're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Jesse. Anyways, so in Jesse's class, there's a kid, and we're just going to call him the Gen Z kid, right? So the Gen Z kid is sitting in class, and today they were learning about space or something. I don't totally know why this happened. So this was in 5th grade. I think they were just doing like a small unit on space or something. And the teacher was saying something about like yada yada, this planet, whatever. And then she said something about the sun. And this kid spent a lot of time on TikTok. And the thing is, right, TikTok, super addictive. You know, the algorithms are made to keep you on there. But also, there's a lot of misinformation that spreads on there because you see someone who says something and it blows up and it reaches a bunch of people and there's no real fact checking or sources cited. And you kind of just take them at face value, or maybe not you, but a lot of people do. So this kid, the Gen Z kid, must have seen a TikTok on his For You page being like, guys, the sun isn't real because I have never been to the sun before, therefore it doesn't exist, which some kind of like backwards, ridiculous logic that makes no sense at all, but it's said with like ominous, spooky background music number 28. So anyone who sees it's just like, oh my God, you're right. So yeah, anyways, this all happened when the teacher mentioned something about the sun. And the TikTok kid literally smirks, gives a little laugh, and says out loud, the sun? Don't tell me you guys still believe in the sun. And kind of looking around, right? So Jesse's looking at this kid who literally laughs and says, don't tell me you guys look at the sun, or look at the sun. Don't tell me you guys still believe in the sun, as he like looks around at all the other classmates. And believe it or not, all the other classmates, instead of being in agreement, laughing along, I bet the TikTok kid imagined in his little scenario that what was going to happen was all the other kids were going to be like, oh yeah, that's so ridiculous. Don't worry, man. We also don't believe in the sun. We saw that niche, obscure disinformation TikTok video as well. That's totally real. But no, everyone looks at the kid and the teacher stops like teaching for a second because the teacher's like, come again now? Like, what? And the not the spoiled kid. I'm so used to telling stories about spoiled kid. The Gen Z kid looks at the teacher. He's like, wait, you guys actually still believe in the sun? And he like looks around all like confused or whatever. And everyone's kind of looking at him like, dude, what are you even saying right now? And the kid's like, guys, do not tell me that you guys are falling for the machine and believing that the sun is real. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday that was all like, the sun isn't real because tell me, have you ever been to the sun? No. So, and I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, my mind just opened up. It's true. I've never actually been to the sun before. So it probably isn't even a thing. So you guys are really believing into the system. And Jesse's like, dude, like you can see it in the sky. And like, if you look at it for too long, your eyes hurt. And like, if you're in the sun for too long, your skin burns. Like it definitely is there, man. And then this, like the Gen Z kid looks at Jesse and he's like, dude, don't tell me you're falling for the disinformation. It's probably like a government thing. And Jesse's looking at this kid like, what, your best response to me saying you can see it and like it hurts your eyes and your skin, the best response to that, which is totally logical, is it's probably a government ... thing, ? What? Like, dude, I thought you said the government, like the sun wasn't even real. And so the teacher kind of steps in and is like, hey, like Gen Z kid, the sun is real. It's like, you can even see it. I don't know where you saw this video on TikTok or whatever that kids are on, right? But that's not true. The sun is real. Trust me. And, you know, the Gen Z kid's like, dude, why should I trust you? Like, you're definitely in bed with the government and, because of this teaching gig where you're making all this money to spread disinformation. And the teacher's just looking at this kid like, bro, you think I became a teacher for the money? And the teacher starts laughing because if you guys don't know, teachers do a really important job, but they're definitely not compensated that well. You do not go into teaching because you're trying to make some fat stacks. Not a single person would do that unless they had no idea, unless they knew literally nothing about teaching, and especially teaching compensation, would they ever go into teaching to make money, right? So the teacher's like, look, I survive but I definitely am not making money, and I'm definitely also not paid by the government to spread disinformation. And the Gen Z kid's like, all right, guys, that's enough of this nonsense. And he stands up and he's like, okay, I'm calling it right now. We have a mass exodus from this class. Anyone who believes the sun is fake, get up right now and walk out of this class so that the truth can be heard. And the kid gets up, and the Gen Z kid legitimately looks around the classroom expecting like every single kid to rise up. You're right. The sun is not real at all, dude. I believe in you. You're saying what's right. But what actually ended up happening was every single kid, including Jesse, just stayed in their seat. It was almost as if they were sitting harder than usual, whatever that means. They were just emphasizing that they were sitting. It was like sitting with an exclamation point, not a period. I don't know how to explain it. But they were all just looking at this kid like, dude, you're freaking embarrassing yourself right now, man. Like, what are you saying, dude? And the kid's like, so you're all part of the system and believe in the sun. You know what? I'm going to take my truth with me. And if you realize the truth someday, well, it's too late for you. Goodbye. And the kid legitimately gets up and walks out of the classroom. So basically, the teacher had to go find him outside of class and have a little discussion about him, about, you know, he can believe what he wants and he can think what he wants, right? But he can't disrupt the classroom. And, you know, the teacher, like, he showed the teacher the video. And apparently the teacher was almost immediately able to like point out the logical fallacies. And eventually the kid's like, okay, I guess I concede that maybe the sun is real. And I guess I concede that perhaps you're not paid hundreds of millions of dollars by secret government agents to spread disinformation. Because like the teacher showed him his car and it's like, this is not what I'd buy if I had $100 billion. And yeah, so eventually the kid came back to class the next day. He was kind of known as the sun is fake kid for a while, but eventually kind of blew over. And if you thought that Gen Z kid was crazy, you're not even ready for the next one. Because we're going to call the subscriber who submitted that one James. So anyways, right, there's a kid in James's class who is the very typical Gen Z Twitter type person where, like, I don't know, it's almost like a professional sport to try and become offended by everything. And let me just set the record clear, like, there are things that people should be genuinely offended by. Like, it is totally understandable if someone does something or says something that is completely out of pocket. Like, there are instances, right? And also, maybe someone does something they don't even mean to be, like, disrespectful, right? It's better to let them know in a respectful tone that they were being disrespectful by doing X so that they don't disrespect someone else. It's good to do that, right? However, there are also people, especially Gen Z people, that almost take this like as a lifelong crusade to find a problem with everything and to minimize or to maximize every small speck into, well, what if this and then that and then this and then that and then this and that, and I think that's offensive now. So this kid kind of took that to the extreme, and we're going to call this kid the Gen Z kid. So anyways, James was in class with this kid, and this kid was kind of just known for being a little weird, for just being a little strange, right? So one day he comes into class and he tells the teacher that he today is protesting the class. And the teacher looks at him and is like, dude, oh my God, what? So the teacher's like, okay, can you at least tell me why you're protesting the class today? Like, can you let me know why you're protesting the class? Like, can you enlighten me a little bit? And the kid was like, yeah, so you know what? I prefer to sit on the ground. I was thinking about this, and I like laying on the ground when I'm at home. It is easier for me to do my homework. It's better for my digestion. I prefer to sit on the ground. And there are no options for me to do so in this classroom. All the tables have chairs on them for the people who enjoy sitting, but my preferences of laying on the ground are not being accommodated, which I find extremely offensive. So I am protesting this class until this gets fixed. And dude, like, James was in class and he was just like, dude, what? So everyone was sitting there just like, bro, Twitter as a person's going crazy again. Like, what's going on now? And they're listening in, and like James turns to his friend. He's like, this got to be a bit, right? Like, this got to be a big practical joke. And they check the calendar, and it wasn't April 1st. They're like, oh my God, it's like August 28th or like October 24th. It's not April 1st. What's going on? Yeah, so sure enough, the teacher is kind of really like weirded out by this, but they're also like, okay. The teacher realizes that they can't just like snap on this kid and kind of like be realistic with them. Like, they cave a little bit, but they're just trying to de-escalate the situation. So the teacher's like, okay, I really don't think you should protest the class. I can definitely see if there's like a rug or something in the, I don't know, the closet, if you really wanted to lay on it. Like, you could do that if you really wanted to. Like, you could also just lay on the ground. And the Gen Z kid is like, what? Lay on the ground? And which is just like, I don't know why they were so like, wow, that's insane. Because didn't they just say that they like laying on the ground at home? But sure enough, they're like, I want something built for me to lay on. Which is like, bro, the whole point of laying on the ground is you're laying on the ground. You're not laying on your bed. Basically, what this kid ended up like, because at this point, James is starting to realize that all this kid was saying was that they don't prefer to lay on the ground. They prefer to lay on a bed. And the fact that the school didn't have like 28 beds in a classroom for all the kids to lay on is, oh no, that's bad, man. Because, oh yeah, if kids are not allowed to lay in their beds in class, oh no, good heavens, dude, they have to sit in a seat? You have to sit in a chair like everyone else? Oh, no. Yeah, so the teacher starts to catch on, too. And it's like, no. Like, you can lay on the ground if you want, but I can't do anything beyond that. And the Gen Z kid is like, starts laughing. And everyone in the class is like, did a screw literally just fall out of their head? Like, what's going on right now? Why is this kid laughing? So the kid's laughing. And the kid's like, oh, Mr. Teacher, you just made a huge mistake. You don't know what you just did. I'm going to go to the front office, and I'm going to say that you were discriminating against my preferences, and you're going to get fired. And then the kid laughs again, and this turns to his friend, like, for a second, James is like, wait, can they actually do that? But yeah, so sure enough, the Gen Z kid storms out of class. The teacher didn't look that concerned because I think the teacher realized that he probably couldn't be, probably couldn't be fired because a kid was mad that they didn't have a bed in class for them to lay on. Most likely that was not going to result in him getting booted from his like 10-year-long position at like this, I don't know, look, unlikely. So anyways, the Gen Z kid marches up to the front office. And so, I mean, James doesn't know exactly what happened, but he heard bits and pieces and can assume what happened because, you know, he wasn't like there in the office with them. But anyways, sure enough, a Gen Z girl or whatever, right? Gen Z kid goes up to the front office, demands to speak with the principal, has to wait like 20 minutes because like law and order, right? The principal has other things that they need to do. Tells it to the principal about the horrors of not having a bed personally set aside for them and how that's what they want to do. And when the teacher didn't cave to the fact that they wanted a bed in class, that
air fry, keep it
must be fired because that is her preference. She wants to sleep in a bed. And the principal, like, I think the principal knew that, like, the principal had a bit more power in this situation than a teacher does. So the principal kind of gave it to her straight and was like, dude, no. The real world, right, is not going to cave to every single preference you have. It's not going to do everything you want to. If every kid has to sit in a seat, then every kid has to sit in a seat. Just like think logistically for a second what it would be like if we got 20 beds in a classroom. First of all, a lot of kids, like, what if they wanted to have seats? And then you'd have to have seats and beds. Also, beds are not conducive to good studying. And just a lot of stuff like that. And yeah, the Gen Z girl had to come into class the next day completely defeated. And it was a little embarrassing for her. If you thought that those Gen Z kids were bad, this final one is like the pinnacle of Gen Z. So anyways, we're going to call a subscriber who submitted this story Ash. You guys catch the pattern so far? Jesse, James, Ash, OG Pokemon people, you know what that is? I haven't watched Pokemon forever, but I used to as a kid. Anyways, so there's a kid in his class who we're going to call the Gen Z kid. So this kid, he had a TikTok account and he posted a video of his dog doing something and it got like 50,000 views. And that sounds really good, and 50,000 views is really cool. I mean, I'd be happy if I got 50,000 on TikTok. That sounds pretty good. But at the end of the day, stuff on TikTok will just randomly go viral. And it's not as if he gained like 10,000 followers who follow him because of his dog, and he can make a branded account out of his dog, right? Like build a brand around that, because like Doug the Pug and some other, there are like legitimate brands built around dogs. But no, he just had a random video get 50K, and this kid, the Gen Z kid, believed that he now was going to become a TikTok celebrity and drop out to pursue his quote-unquote passion of TikTok. Like, bro, what? Real quick, comment Gen Z if you made it this far into the video. And also, check us out on Spotify. It will be in the pinned comment down below. You can listen to these as podcasts on there, and it helps me out if you do. Anyways, so sure enough, this kid started going around telling everyone that it was so great to get to know them. And remember, they're in 6th grade or whatever. That it was so great to get to know them. That when he was rich, famous, successful, and had a 6-pack, 12-pack body abs movie star type lifestyle, right? Living with his laptop on a jet, on a plane, on a boat, on a mansion, that, you know what, he would remember them. And if they were lucky enough that they could stay at his mega yacht mansion boat jet, super cool Cobra Soar. I don't even know at this point. Anyways, he was going around telling people that he came to the conclusion that he was going to drop out to pursue TikTok, which, look, I'm actually not 100% against people really like honing in on their skills. If they get a shot of virality on a social media platform, I don't suggest dropping out unless you have a very scalable, sustainable 6-7 figure income from that stuff, because it can go away insanely fast. But I do actually suggest, if you get a short burst of attention on a social media platform, I am all for you digging in and trying to build something out of that maybe can turn into something bigger. But that's a more serious discussion for a different platform at a different time. I do not suggest you drop out of school because one of your TikTok videos goes viral by accident and you gain no traction from it. So people were immediately telling the kid, like, oh, wait, why are you dropping out? Like, do you have an account we don't know about? And he's like, no, look at this. And he like pulls out his phone and he shows them the video. And the video has like 52,000 views, which is cool. But dude, first of all, that's only 52,000 views. Which, look, I remember the days when I'd be happy with 30 views, but we're talking about dropping out of school. 52,000 views is nothing. And second of all, it's on TikTok with short-form content, which is way easier to get views on. I don't know how, I haven't been able to, and I've tried a bit, but just generally, much easier to. So, yeah, eventually he comes up to Ash, gives the whole spiel of like, oh man, I'm gonna be so rich, and I'm dropping out because I'm gonna be a TikToker. And Ash kind of like tells him straight up, like, dude, I don't think you should do that. Like, I get it. Like, you had a video do well, which like you totally could have the time to, and also they're in 6th grade. It's not like I think you still like legally need to be in school at that point. It's like, dude, like, first of all, I don't even know if you can drop out of school. Second of all, why can't you just do both? Like, I really like think you could put in the time for both, doing both. And also, look, this video going viral is cool and all, like, congratulations, man. But this isn't enough to really stand on alone. Like, this really isn't as impressive as maybe you may think it is. And, you know, the TikTok kid immediately when he hears this is like, dude, you're just jealous of my success on this platform. Like, you're just jealous that you're not going to be able to drop out of school and live the laptop luxury safari mega jet victory yacht mansion lifestyle that I'm going to. And Ash is like, all right, bro, like, cool, live your life. And so, yeah. Actually, this kid stopped showing up to class entirely because Ash had 1 or 2 classes with them. And Ash was really surprised because he was sure that this kid had been known for like telling lies a lot, telling tall tales and all this all this type of stuff, right? But he never actually expected this kid was going to follow through with, oh, I'm going to drop out to pursue TikTok. First of all, because you can't even drop out in 6th grade. You'd have to become like homeschooled, and that's not even really dropping out. That's just being homeschooled, right? So, sure enough, this kid had told nobody, but he stopped attending classes to pursue TikTok. And in all fairness, this kid was posting a lot of videos on TikTok, right? But one thing that you'll learn if you ever try to make like content or whatever is you kind of need to stick to the same niche, or maybe not the same. You need to have like a continuous theme in your content, because people will follow you to get something, right? They want to be entertained or informed or something. If I started making random vlogs and then cooking videos and the math tutorials alongside my stories, they wouldn't perform well, because people came to me for my stories, for the commentary, whatever you guys came to me for, right? So this kid was posting like 12 times a day, and he was posting like random vlogs. He's like, hey guys, dropping out of school vlog, episode 1. And then he'd be like, hey guys, so this is me playing video games. And they'd be like, hey guys, and they all the views was like 20 views, 40 views, which is whatever, and it's fine. And if you're just doing TikTok for fun, who cares how many views you get? I don't care if you get 0 views, man, like you did something for fun. But this kid was doing it because he dropped out. Yeah, so he didn't actually drop out. All he did was he stopped attending classes. So after a couple days of not attending classes, this kid's parents got a message from the school being like, kid's about to be on probation. He's like dropping out of all, he's not attending classes. Has he been home? Like, you guys got to let us know if he's sick or he's not coming in. And the parents obviously freaked out, and they confronted the kid, and the kid's like, I was pursuing my business endeavors, which posting to like 12 people on TikTok is not a business endeavor. If you have like millions of people and you're able to convert that to a product, or maybe convert other people to someone else's product and make a commission off of that, then fair enough, that is a business, right? However, this is not a business. And his parents were like, dude, you can't just not show up to class too. Like, what? So yeah, after this kid, the Gen Z kid, was talking all this smack about how he's going to live his laptop luxury lifestyle to everyone, within 2 days, he's back in classes. And I think Ash tells me that at least most people were cool about it. Like, they weren't going to taunt this kid, because whatever, like, it's just not worth the energy. But apparently one kid actually did go up to him and be like, yo, dude, did you drive in today in your Lamborghini, Bugatti? Like, what color is your Bugatti, bro? Like, I'm actually really excited to see it. I mean, I know you're still here, but did you, like, chart in on your super yacht or something? Like, dude, where's your Bugatti? Yeah, he was, like, messing with the kid or whatever. But other than that, it just goes to show, dude, Gen Z kids, I'm a Gen Z kid, technically. Guys, don't believe everything on the internet, for the love of God. Oh my God. Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day. Today we got 3 stories of Minecraft kids that I know you will enjoy. So let's just go ahead and jump into the first one. We're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Peter. And by the way, all these stories are on Spotify, linked in the description. You'll probably even hear them about an hour earlier before they go up on here if you find them on Spotify. Anyways, so we're going to call the first subscriber who submitted this story Peter. And anyways, right, Peter was in a class, and in Peter's class, there was an assignment that they all had to do. And this assignment was the what do you want to do when you grow up assignment. And you got kids coming in being like, oh, I want to do YouTube. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to be president of the United States. Oh, I want to do your mom. There's like a lot of things that people came in and said like, oh, this is what I want to do, right? So it was kind of like done that you had a presentation. You would go home and kind of prepare a little bit, and then you go up there. I think a couple stories ago, someone else submitted something with their class had a similar type thing, and I know I had something like this, so this might just be a thing that happens to everyone in like 2nd grade. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if it's true or not. But anyways, right, so sure enough, you know, Peter wanted to be a doctor, which is pretty standard response. When I was 10, I wanted to be a doctor, and then I learned about medical school. But anyway, he has this little thing. He wants to be a doctor or whatever. And eventually, let's just skip forward to the day of class. Let's just skip forward to the day where, you know, they're actually presenting. And, you know, Peter goes up there. He has a doctor's costume he bought or whatever. And, you know, sure enough, it's fine. It's whatever. That's not the interesting thing. There's a kid in Peter's class who we're going to call the Minecraft kid, because all bro does is play Minecraft. Like, literally every single day. When he gets back from school, doesn't even do his homework, screw that, does Minecraft. In class, he's asleep, so he can stay up all night, to play Minecraft. This bro's life literally revolves around Minecraft. Don't get me wrong, Minecraft is a cool game. I use it for all my background footage. It has an integral place in my childhood. Like, I love Minecraft. Great game, right? However, please have a life outside of it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, man. But anyways, right, sure enough, the Minecraft kid walks up to the front of the class. And everyone was kind of expecting him to say, like, I don't know, I want to, work for a video game company. I want to work for Mojang. I want to be a computer programmer so I can make video games or whatever. Or maybe even like I want to stream on Twitch, which is like, even that's a little iffy, which you don't even want me to go into the statistics of how difficult that is. Anyways, and I won't, because I want watch time and good retention. So sure enough, the Minecraft kid goes up there, and Peter's kind of interested to see what he's going to say, because he's kind of expecting the Minecraft kid to say something a little bit goofy. Like, not too crazy, but just a little bit goofy. Just a little bit on the goofy side, right? And the Minecraft kid goes up there and says, all I want to do when I grow up is just keep playing Minecraft. And he brings with him, like, that, like, fake Minecraft sword, like a foam one that like you can buy for like $20 or something. I just know it because I got it for my 5th grade birthday party, and I might still have it, or I might have had my mom thrown it out without me knowing, which is a shame, but whatever, right? And so he brings this and he kind of swings it around. It's like, yep, all I do every day is I play Minecraft. When I go home and I play Minecraft, and I stay up all night to do it. That's why I'm never paying attention in class or doing anything like that. And I want to let you know that no one can tell me otherwise. All I'm going to do with my life is play Minecraft every single day. And the teacher's like, hey, this project wasn't about, what's your favorite hobby? What's your favorite pastime? This project was about, like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Or what do you want to do as a profession? There's a difference between, choosing to do something casually and choosing to do something professionally. And the thing is, right, this wasn't even a teacher who's like, if you're not a doctor or a lawyer, then you're not a real worker. Like, it wasn't one of these, like, old-fashioned teachers who doesn't understand, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like a teacher that doesn't understand kind of the new scheme of jobs. The teacher literally let a kid say, hey, I want to be a YouTuber, but if that doesn't work, I'm going to go to college for digital marketing or something like that. The teacher was fine with that. The teacher understands the new landscape of work. But the thing is, there's a difference between saying, hey, I want to pursue playing video games online, and if that doesn't work, then I want to do X, and saying, I want to sit inside and do video games all day, specifically Minecraft all day. Because, bro, let me just let you know, there's really no professional Minecraft leagues that pay you anything, right? I might be wrong. There might be like a professional Minecraft league that pays you like a couple $100 if you win a tournament. But dude, that's not enough to sustain yourself. Like, there are no, like, maybe if you wanted to say, yeah, I want to be professional, like Counter-Strike or a game like that, maybe. But even that is a massive stretch. And sure enough, the Minecraft kid didn't even say anything like that. He just said, I want to sit inside and play Minecraft all day. So Peter's just like, oh boy, because Peter's sitting down, he's watching the teacher really just like not be cool with this, and the Minecraft kid not even like adapting on the spot. Because one might have thought that, okay, the Minecraft kid realizes that the teacher is not a fan of what he just said, and that maybe if he wants to save his grade, I don't know, adapt it a little bit. Like, just switch things up a little bit. I don't know, man, like, just be like, oh, haha, what I meant is I want to go and learn how to make video games. Like, sure, that's fine. Go to school for programming or something like that. But the Minecraft kid doubles down and says to the teacher, what I want to do when I grow up is I just want to sit at home and do video games. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want anyone to bother me. And I just want to play Minecraft 24/7. And, Peter's just like, oh boy, this teacher's not going to be happy. And the teacher's like Minecraft kid, says his actual name, but it's like, Minecraft kid, I want you to know that, I'm going to give you, sit back down, step outside, and I'm going to give you 10 minutes to come up with a real job. Like, I'm going to give you 10 minutes, and I'm being very gracious right now, because at the moment, you have a fail on this assignment. Not like the Minecraft kid was really caring about his grades. I mean, he handed in 0 homework and basically was failing everything else. But the teacher's like, I'm going to give you 10 minutes of standing outside to come up with something new. And when you're ready, come back in and you may present again. So the Minecraft kid very angrily walks outside. And the teacher's like, all right, who's coming up next? And the teacher's like, okay, Ben, how about you come up? And within 10 seconds, the door slams open again and the Minecraft kid says, I'm ready. So the teacher, I don't know if the teacher was just being hopeful because, I mean, come on. He was out for like 3 seconds. You really think he came up with a new job? No. The teacher might have just been hopeful and was like, oh, that was fast. Sure. Come on up. Like, what's the deal? Like, what's going on? Like, come tell me about your new job. So Minecraft kid walks to the front of the class again and says, when I grow older, or when I'm an adult, I just want to sit inside and do Minecraft all day. I said it before and I'm saying it again. Boom. The teacher's like kind of turns to the Minecraft kid and says, I was generous with you. Like, I gave you time to reconsider what you're doing. Like, to present again. Like, this isn't just what you want to do. This is like a presentation. This is an assignment for the front of the class. And at this point, the Minecraft kid says, so you're saying I can't do that? And the teacher's like, yes, I'm saying that when you're older, you're not going to be able to do that. Sure, you can play video games on the part. Like, you can partially play video games. That's totally fine. But you can't entirely play video games. You've got to do other stuff with your life as well. You have to find something that's going to bring you an income. You have to do something more productive than that. And, the Minecraft teacher, sorry, I'm jumbling my words. The teacher probably would have even been fine if you said, I want to, I want to make content around me playing Minecraft. The teacher was in tune with, you can entertain, like entertainment is decentralized. Almost anyone can make entertainment. Not almost anyone will be successful, but almost anyone can. This isn't like the 80s and 90s where really you either had to like score a really big role in TV or radio or a movie. You can just post something on your phone. It's incredible. So at this point, the Minecraft kid was starting to get really angry. And he's like, teacher, I'm going to give you to a count of 3 to take that back. And the teacher is so taken aback by the fact that the Minecraft kid just said, I'm going to give you a count of 3 to pretend that you didn't just say what you said. And the teacher's like, are you insane? The Minecraft kid is like, 3. And the teacher's like, you don't understand. Like, I am supposed to be the one giving you a countdown. Minecraft kid's like, 2. And the teacher's like, what is so wrong with me saying that you can't just sit around and play Minecraft all day? Like, that makes total sense. Like, I asked you in the presentation what you should do as a job. And you said sit around and play Minecraft. How do you expect to make any money from that? And the Minecraft kid's like, 1. The teacher's like, what? What are you going to do at the end of the countdown? And the Minecraft kid steps over and just goes down on one knee and is like bent down, is like, it starts making like weird noises. He's like, and the teacher's like, dude, what are you doing? Okay. Teacher probably didn't say dude, but the teacher's like, what are you doing? And the Minecraft kid jumps up, springs up, and is like, I will fight you in a 1v1 PvP battle. And he grabs his Minecraft sword and starts like swinging it around, trying to be like intimidating. But dude, it was a foam sword. You're playing Minecraft. You're not intimidating anyone, dude. Like, that's just not happening. And he starts swinging around. It's like, and the teacher's like, okay, I just why? What are you doing? Like, stop it. Get some help, bro. Like, what's going on? And he's like, you said that I could do Minecraft every single day for the rest of my life. And the teacher's like, yeah, and I stand by that. Minecraft kid swinging around his foam swords like, you don't want me to be happy. You want me to be unhappy. And for that reason, it's you versus me in a PvP fight. At this point, Peter is just sitting there just trying to comprehend how everything escalated to this point. Because sure, like the Minecraft kid and the teacher were kind of fighting a bit and they weren't happy with each other. But the Minecraft kid really gave the teacher a 3-2-1 countdown and then entered into Minecraft PvP mode. He has his like sword out, swinging it all around. And at this point, right, Peter's just like, okay, something's going, like, this is not going to end well. At this point, right, he's like swinging around his sword. The Minecraft kid's like, I'm going to give you to another count to 3 to give me a 100% and tell me that I can 100% play Minecraft for the rest of my life. The teacher looks at him and says, no, I would be lying to you if I said that. And Minecraft kid is like, fine, you've chosen your fate. Minecraft kid's like, starts swinging his sword. The teacher says, if that foam sword even touches me for a second, you're failing this assignment and you're going straight to the principal's office. The Minecraft kid says, I will give you another count of 3 to reconsider everything. The Minecraft kid is obviously realizing at this point that he's in way too deep and he's also not winning. So he thinks that if he keeps on saying, I'm going to give you till the count of 3, that he is somehow going to win this whole thing. And sure enough, the Minecraft kid counts to 3. The teacher's like, okay, like what? What's going to happen now? The Minecraft kid's like, I warned you. Minecraft kid takes his foam sword, swings, and goes, bop, makes contact with the teacher. And at this point, the teacher grabs the sword, rips out of the Minecraft kid's hand, goes over, holds onto both the Minecraft kid's shoulders, and starts walking him out the door. It's like, all right, buddy, that's time to go to the principal's office for you. So the Minecraft kid and the teacher walk out the door, and everyone else is kind of just sitting there like, what? Anyways, the next story, we're going to call the subscriber Chris. So Chris has a cousin who we're going to call the Minecraft kid, right? And Chris doesn't really get to know his cousin that well. He doesn't see him that often. But Chris and his mom are over at his aunt's, it'd be his aunt's house. And, this is the first time, Chris has seen his aunt in years. And the last time Chris saw his cousin was like 4 and was really shy, didn't want to talk that much. Now his little cousin was 8 years old and was apparently a Minecraft fanatic. He liked playing it so much. He knew everything about it. He watched Minecraft YouTubers when he wasn't playing Minecraft. In his sleep, he dreamed about fighting the Ender Dragon. And, Chris didn't really know that much, but Chris was kind of told because Chris asked his mom, like, as they're driving there, like, what should I know? Like, I have to hang out with this kid, because Chris was told, oh, you get to hang out with your cousin for a little bit. It'll be good for you. Chris is like 16 at this point. He's not going to get along with his cousin on a lot of things. They're not going to have a ton in common. They can't talk about girl troubles at the same level, right? They can't talk about, oh, wow, math is so difficult. Yeah, because Chris's little cousin would be like, yeah, a simple addition really sucks. He'd be like, sure. So sure enough, Chris's mom was like, yeah, okay, so all I know is he's a big fan of, like, that game Minecraft. And Chris is like, yeah, I've played it a little bit. And by Chris saying that he's played it, literally all he means is, yeah, he and his friends have played some, like, survival servers at some points. Like, they'll be really into it for a week, and then they'll not play it for a year. That's how a lot of people actually get into it. You get super into Minecraft servers with your friends. You play for 2 weeks. You literally play 12 hours a day, and then you never touch the game again for years. That's just how it goes with a lot of people. So Chris and his mom get there, and Chris's aunt and Chris's cousin, right? Chris's cousin's actually in a different room, but Chris's aunt greets them. They're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you so long, Chris. You're so much older now. And Chris is in his head is like, yeah, that's kind of how time works, bro. But whatever, right? Sure enough, Chris's aunt was like, hey, Chris, I just want to let you know your little cousin's in the other room, and he would love to see you. Did he actually love to see him? Well, we'll see him in a second. So sure enough, Chris goes into the other room, and there's the little cousin who's sitting there with an iPad, and he's playing, Pocket Edition Minecraft. And Chris is like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, hey, it's me, Chris. I don't remember if you remember me, but I'm your cousin. And Chris's little cousin's like, yeah, hi, how are you doing? And Chris is like, oh, I heard you like Minecraft. And, Chris's little cousin's like, I do. Do you like Minecraft? And Chris in his head is like, he's like, yeah, I'm going to say yes, we're going to bond, and this will be less awkward. So Chris is like, yeah, I like Minecraft. It's cool. Like, I enjoy it. And Chris's little cousin immediately says, so you're an expert? And Chris is like, I don't know, but I played a little bit. And Chris is like, okay, well, riddle me this. So when you kill the Ender Dragon and there's the Ender Dragon egg, how exactly are you to get it? And Chris, who's never actually completed the game because he just plays a little bit, right? He's like, oh, you just mine it, right, with a pickaxe. The little cousin's like, meh, wrong. 1 strike against you. Next question. And Chris is kind of just thinking, wait, what? Like, is this some kind of like, well, like, what are we doing here? And, the little cousin's like, okay, so if you're fighting an Enderman and you have a bucket, like, a bucket of what? Like, what kind of liquid will Enderman not be able to, like, fight you in? And Chris is like, I don't know. Milk, because he remembered he's able to milk a cow. And Chris's little cousin's like, oh my God, meh, wrong. Water. Enderman will not fight you in water. 2 strikes, Chris, 2 strikes. And Chris is kind of like, oh my God, like this was supposed to be a bonding experience. This is the opposite of a bonding experience right now. Like, this is not a bonding experience. This is crazy. And sure enough, Chris is like, okay, man, well, I can play Minecraft with you. He's like, final question, and I need you to answer this. And Chris is like, okay. And so this little cousin's like, well, I need to think about it. I got to make it good. And, you're going to suffer the consequences if you don't get this question correct. So the little cousin's like, okay, who is the popular Minecraft YouTuber who has the Minecraft Manhunt series and is green? And the thing is, right, Chris kind of grew up on, the old school Minecrafters. So he was like, Captain Sparkles? And his little brother's like, no, it's Dream, you idiot. You aren't actually a Minecraft fan. You lied to me. And at this point, Chris is like, dude, it's simply not that deep. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, you betrayed my trust. And the Minecraft kid runs over to him and sinks his teeth into his arm. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment Minecraft down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. And it'll help me know how many people actually made it to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it when you guys comment the secret word down below so I can see all the names and faces. And if you want to support the channel, just continue watching more videos after this one. Literally just watching more videos supports the channel more than you can ever imagine. And also, it's on Spotify. And if you do listen on Spotify, please rate 5 stars. And if you want to submit your own stories of Karen, spoiled kids, Minecraft kids, crazy things happening in high school, submit them to either my Twitter or Instagram. You can do so by following me on those platforms and then DMing me on there. Use code ConnorPugs for 10% off gamer subs. Helps you, helps me. And let's get right back into it. So Chris looks down at his little cousin who has bit him at this point. The little cousin has sunk his teeth into Chris's skin. Thankfully, he doesn't break it and draws blood or anything. And he's just looking at it. He's like, oh my God. And he shakes him off. He's like, dude. And the little cousin's like, well, that's your punishment for not actually enjoying Minecraft. You're a fraud, a phony, and a fake lover of Minecraft. You don't actually love Minecraft. You're a fraud, and that's your punishment. So Chris very angrily walks out. And Chris's mom and his Chris's aunt are looking like, oh, what just happened? And Chris is like my little cousin just bit me because he says I'm a fraud. Fraud alert, fraud owned. But he's like, he thinks I'm a fraud because I didn't understand all this really obscure trivia about Minecraft. Can you believe this? This is ridiculous. Oh my God. And at this point, Chris's mom's like, oh no. And Chris's aunt's like, oh, I forgot to say, he's really touchy about the Minecraft subject. And Chris's mom turns to Chris's aunt and is like, you told me that's what he really liked. And Chris's aunt goes on to say, well, yeah, he really likes it, but he takes it really seriously. And if you say you like Minecraft, he assumes that you like it at his level. And he's had so many people before say that they like Minecraft, but they just like it casually, that he now thinks that anyone who says that and doesn't know all the obscure trivia that he knows is a fakester, a fraud, or a phony. At this point, Chris is kind of just like, well, why didn't you tell me this before? And you could hear the little cousin screaming, get that fraud out of here, Mom. I don't want to hang out with that fraud. And sure enough, Chris's aunt goes into that room. You can hear her say you better behave yourself. This is unacceptable behavior. You hear me? This behavior is unacceptable, and I won't stand for it. I simply won't stand for this. You only see your cousin once a year. This is insane. And Chris is kind of just listening to this, and Chris's mom's like, Chris, I'm so sorry. I did not know. And Chris is like, it's fine. How would you know? I don't know anyone else who does this. I simply could not blame you even if I wanted to. The situation going down right now, it's just so ridiculous. I just can't blame you at this point. And so Chris's aunt comes back out and it's like, once again, I am so sorry. None of this was ever supposed to happen. You know what? You can go back in there. And he said they just calmed down. And Chris kind of just looks at his aunt. It's like, he said that? And Chris's aunt's like, well, I mean, he implied that with his actions. Basically just meant Chris's aunt went in there and kind of shouted at him till he quieted down. And, sure enough, Chris decides, okay, I'll go back in there. And when Chris walks back in, he's like, hey, dude. And, his cousin, the Minecraft kid, is just on the iPad. And, he walks in a little bit. And Chris is like, so, playing some Minecraft? And the little cousin's like, not like you would know. And Chris is like, well, okay, when I said I liked Minecraft, I literally just meant I played a little bit with my friends. I think it's a fun game. And the little cousin's like, if you thought it was a fun game, then you would have known my trivia. And Chris is like, well, not necessarily. Like, just because I don't know every detail about the game doesn't necessarily mean I don't like the game. Like, that just doesn't sound fair to me. And Chris is like, I don't know. Like, I enjoy playing with my friends. Doesn't mean I don't watch it on YouTube. So that trivia question about knowing that guy, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I really don't understand why you bit me. And, the little cousin is just like playing his Minecraft, but then he pauses his game. So it's about to get real serious, right? And he closes out his iPad. He's like, I bit you because you're a fraud. You're a fraud who says he likes Minecraft, but really doesn't. Little kid turns around, jumps, and bites Chris on the other arm. And Chris is like, oh my God, pushes him off again. Chris storms out of that room and goes over and is like, Mom, he bit me again. And Chris's mom's like, oh dear. And his aunt's like, oh. Chris's aunt runs back into the room, shouts at the Minecraft kid again, and shuts the door. And is like, Chris, you know what? I haven't seen you in a while. How about you stay out here with your mom and I, and we'll just have a discussion here. You and your cousin can, you guys can meet each other again, maybe in a couple years, when he's out of this phase. Hopefully this is a phase. I really hope this is a phase. So the final Minecraft kid story, we're going to call the subscriber who submitted it Bart. Because if you couldn't tell, I got Peter, Chris, and Bart, Family Guy, Simpsons. I'm trying to do themes with these names now. Just keep myself interested. Anyways, though, right? So, Bart was in class, and he was in third grade at the time. He was on the younger side for sure. I don't know exactly what grade. This could have well been second grade, but let's just say third grade just because. And so what they were supposed to do is they were assigned that, they could choose any country in the world, and they got to decide, they would have to research it, make a little presentation, and eventually present it in front of the entire class. So there was a kid in class who we're just going to call the Minecraft kid. He wasn't even that obsessed with Minecraft. He just really enjoyed the game. And it gets interesting because the Minecraft kid, he mixed up basically, right? He mixed up the nether, like in Minecraft, and the Netherlands, like the place. So anyways, right, it's the day that they're presenting. Bart is sitting next to the Minecraft kid, and he leans over and he's like, hey dude, like where did you choose? And he's like, oh, the Nether. And Bart's like, what? Like, you have to choose a country. And the Minecraft kid's like, yeah, it's next to like Sweden, Norway, it's like in that part of Europe. And Bart's like, oh, okay. So Bart knows about the Netherlands, right? He just kind of thinks that, the Minecraft kid learned like a shorthand way to call like, oh, maybe the cool people call the Netherlands the Nether, and I just don't know any better. The thing is though, so Bart went up, he did his presentation, it was totally fine. But the Minecraft kid, he went up to go do his presentation. And the thing is, right, when the Minecraft kid went to go look up, like, the Netherlands, right, he must have written down the Netherlands wrong and wrote down the Nether and maybe couldn't read the rest of it. So when he typed into Google the Nether, he got, like, Minecraft Wiki. He got articles about the in-game Minecraft universe, the Nether. And he actually ended up, because, look, he's in second or third grade. Reality and fiction is kind of a blurred line for kids at that point. So he went up there and he did an entire presentation talking about, like, here's photos, and he literally took screenshots from, like, a really good texture pack of the Nether. He's like, up here, like, this far up into Europe, he's like, it's really fiery. It's there's these floating fire monsters. There's these like pig creatures that come after you if you provoke them. And the entire class like is just looking at him like, bro. And the teacher just has this smile on his face like, okay, how are we gonna handle this, boys? Like, how are we gonna go about this? And the Minecraft kid finishes up his presentation, and everyone is kind of clapping a little bit. And for every single person, there's a point where people can ask questions. A lot of the times, like, the kids would be like, I don't know. Like, if it's not my presentation, I don't know it. But one of the kids raised his hand, and, the Minecraft kid pointed on him. And, he said, nice presentation, but I'm pretty sure the Nether isn't real. And the Minecraft kid starts laughing. he's like, what do you mean the nether isn't real? And he's like, I don't think you, I don't think you put down the name right. And the Minecraft kid is really confused, and he turns to his teacher. And the teacher is like, okay, I gotta speak up. The teacher's like, yeah, so, Minecraft kid, I hate to say it, but I think you wrote down the name wrong. I was looking it up while you were doing your presentation because I was pretty confused, and I looked up the nether into Google, and apparently it's a place in a video game. You were supposed to do the Netherlands. And the Minecraft kid got super embarrassed because he has this whole presentation. He was 100% confident that this place really existed. And he was kind of just told that, oh, well, actually, truth is you just messed up the whole thing. But the teacher's actually was a pretty cool dude because the teacher wanted to say, like, man, like, he's like, hey, all I asked you to do was to do a presentation, on a place that, I thought that, to do a presentation, do the work, do the research, put it together, and present it to the class. He said, hey, you did the research. I can tell you put in the work. This is a great presentation, and you presented it in front of the entire class. Yes, you didn't do exactly what I asked, but you didn't do so maliciously, and your intentions were good, and you put in the effort. He said, I'm going to grade you as if you did a real country. And, the Minecraft kid was very happy to hear this because he more or less kind of like dodged a bullet there. Because I'm sure the Minecraft kid and Bart especially, like when Bart was sitting there, he was worried for his friend because he was friendly with the Minecraft kid. He was worried that he was going to get like a check minus. Basically, they had check plus, check, and check minus as their system. They got grades when they were older, but he was afraid he was going to get a check minus, or maybe, the teacher wouldn't understand and would call up his parents being like, your son isn't taking this class seriously. When the son was taking it seriously. He just didn't understand the instructions. He didn't get the memo, right? And it's cool to see teachers like this really come together and understand that, if the intention is good and the work was put in, really that's all that, you're supposed to be doing in school. So the Minecraft kid sat down and he turned over, and Bart turned over like, hey man, I'm sorry that I didn't say anything. I honestly thought when you said the nether, you were just doing shorthand for like the Netherlands. I thought that was a nickname or something. And the Minecraft kid's like, you're good, dude. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I should have like known that. And, and Bart was like, dude, there's actually a cool presentation. Like, I kind of like Minecraft myself. And, I learned a thing or two about Minecraft. Like, if I'm going to speed run the game, I'll think about your presentation. And, the Minecraft kid took that, like, pretty nicely. And he smiled back. And, after that, the Minecraft kid actually got a check plus for his presentation because the Minecraft kid put in a check plus worth of work. And most kids got check pluses. Some got checks if they really clearly didn't put in any work. But the majority of kids got check pluses, including the Minecraft kid, who did a presentation on the nether, which I just thought was pretty funny, but also W teacher. 100% W teacher. He gets it. He's the GOAT. Anyways, if you want to support the channel, keep watching videos after this.
Click on the
one.
video
Thank
on
you.
screen
Bye.
right now. I know you.
How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a good day, because today we have a pretty crazy story of this Minecraft kid who believes that after playing Minecraft that he needs to go back to his caveman roots. And going back to his caveman roots literally just meant not showering, I guess. And he thinks that this will get him all the ladies. And let me just say that that may or may not be the case, but you'll have to wait and see. So anyways, sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's just jump right into this. So we're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Alex. And by the way, my Instagram is in the description. It's also Connor Pugs. Go follow me there, and you can submit stories like this to me on there. I'll get to them when I get to them. And anyways, so Alex was in 8th grade, and he had this kid in his class who we're going to call Ben. Yes, we're bringing back the name Ben for random secondary characters. And anyways, right, Ben was like, he wasn't like super into Minecraft. Actually, he knew nothing of Minecraft until like a couple weeks before the story. And that's when he was introduced to the game by one of Alex's friends. We don't need a name, right? And anyways, right, Ben got super, super into it. Alex doesn't really know how Ben didn't know what Minecraft was. Like, it wasn't like Alex wasn't, or it wasn't like Ben wasn't on the internet. Like, I think Ben might have heard of it, but he'd never, like, he didn't know what it was. So when one of Alex's friends introduced Minecraft to him, Ben basically disappeared for like 2 weeks. Like, he went to school and everything, but he stopped being on social media, disappeared as soon as he could, like, didn't show up to anything. He was just in his room for as long as he could playing Minecraft. And I don't mean, like, I don't know, like parkour servers like this or player versus player servers. I mean, he was playing, like, vanilla, straight up, your traditional Minecraft. That's all he was doing, and he was in love with it. And 3 weeks later, he came into school one day, and he's like, Alex, buddy, I need to tell you something, a revelation I've come to. And Alex is like, yeah, what's good, dude? And Ben's like, brother, we need to return to the caveman days. I was playing Minecraft a couple days ago, and I came to a realization that we need to return to our caveman roots. And I have started that already. Alex is like, what do you mean by that? And at this time, Alex was noticing quite a pungent aroma coming from Ben, right? You know, he didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to be mean. He didn't want to be, you know, cruel or anything. But let's just say that, you know, Benny, old boy, was not smelling the greatest. He was kind of, he had this essence, this odor, this aroma, some might call it, that wasn't the greatest, to put it lightly, right? So anyways, Alex or Ben goes on to say, yeah, so I've been playing Minecraft, and it just feels so good. It feels so natural. I mean, yeah, playing a block game feels natural, but whatever. I like Minecraft. I'm not, but he goes on to say, and I realized that, you know, my failures in the lady department, the reason why women don't love me is because I'm not like the natural man. And when they see me as the natural caveman, they will instinctively fall in love with me. And Alex just looks at Ben. It's like, Ben, I don't know where you're going with this, but I really don't have a good feeling about this. And Ben's like, Alex, I'm here to convert you to my ways. And Alex is like, what? And he's like, are you trying to like sell me an MLM or something? Like, where are we going with this? And Ben is like, no, Alex, return to the caveman. Return to the caveman, Alex. This is what Steve has taught me. And Alex is like, Ben, are you okay? Like, if you need help, like, I can help you get. He's like, no, you need help, man. You don't understand. He said, look, I've returned to my caveman roots, but by not doing any of the showering that is in our modern day societies. You really think putting chemicals in our hair and rinsing it with fake water? Alex is like, fake water? What do you? He's like, these are details. These are details, Alex. Don't question it. It's whatever. You don't understand. The natural aroma that comes from the human body has been programmed for trillions of years. And Alex is like, I don't think humans have been around for trillions of years. And Ben's like, that's not the point. The point is the aroma, the natural musk. Sure, you can buy cheap garbage from, like, I don't know, Armani or Gucci. Their fragrance is terrible. They'll destroy the brain cells. But the true caveman odor is what Steve has taught me. And Alex is like, so are you going to, like, I don't know, spend more time outside, get more sunlight, exercise, eat, like, not processed stuff like the caveman too? And Alex is like, whoa, or Ben is like, whoa, Alex, chill out. Let's not go crazy. Let's not go cuckoo banana mode on me, okay, man? Okay, man? Is that good? Like, let's not go crazy. I'm not dropping everything for this caveman thing, but I am embracing the natural musk. And Alex just looks at him and says, so Ben, you're not really changing anything about what you do besides not showering. That's the only difference. And Ben's like, well, no. It's not just not showering. It's embracing my natural musk, my natural odor. It will instinctively make women love me. And Alex is like, Ben, as your friend, I guess, I strongly suggest you don't do this. And Ben is like, you know what, Alex? I understand that you're a hater, and that's okay. Alex is like, I don't think I'm a hater, and Ben's like, look, you know that girl over there, Ava? You know how, the prettiest girl in our class? I've always had a crush on her, and I never had a chance. And Alex is like, well, that's also something that has not changed. And Ben's like, look, I'm going to go up to her, and you're going to see. I'm going to go up to her. I'm going to lift up my arms so my armpits are bare. Let her embrace my natural aroma, my natural odor, and you will see that she will just fall in love with me. I'm going to ask her out. And she's going to say yes. It's not even going to be her saying yes. It's going to be her subconscious breaking through to the surface and convincing her that I am the true man for her. Alex is just looking at Ben. It's like, dude, did playing Minecraft make you think this or something? And Ben's like, no, it encouraged me to remember my true caveman days. And, Alex is like, okay, that's cool, man. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, you're cool. That's good. Okay, actually, Ben, yes. Let's see it. I will, too, embrace the caveman if Ava goes out with you because you smell bad. And Ben's like, I don't smell bad. I smell natural. If that is bad to your nose, then you have a bad nose. And Ben's like, or Alex is like, all right, I got bad nose. That's not great. Ben's like, you'll see. Anyways, next day comes around, and Alex is sitting with his friends, and he explains, like, yeah, so you know Ben, right? And they're like, yeah, we know Ben. Alex is like, yeah, so he's doing something crazy. And they're like, well, I don't know what he's been doing, but he's been smelling like garbage recently. And Alex is like, it's related. You're not going to believe this. He played Minecraft, and then he believed he had to go back to the caveman era, like he had to be a man again. And that doesn't mean working out or, reading. It just means not showering for some reason. It's kind of ridiculous. And they're like, yeah, I mean, Ben has been smelling a little bit more musty, and it kind of smells like spoiled milk at this point. But I guess, I guess that makes sense now. And Alex goes on to say, yeah, and Ava? And they're like, yeah, of course we know Ava. Hottest girl in our class, beauty, right? 10 out of 10. They're like, Alex is like, yeah, so Ben is going to ask her out later today. They're like, he's going to do what? He's going to do, and Alex is like, yeah, so Ben thinks that because he smells like he does, she's going to instinctively say yes. They're like, dude, why did you say yes? Why did you allow him to go on with this? At this point, Alex's friends are like, bro, you're kind of being a bad friend of Ben. And Alex is like, dude, he was so confident. He was being so cocky. And they're like, dude, he's going to get rejected. And there's a chance he gets rejected really hard and really embarrassingly in front of everyone. Do you want that for him? And look, Alex was not happy with the way that Ben went about explaining or teaching him, quote unquote, the ways of the caveman, aka no shower, no more, right? But at the end of the day, they were still friends, and Alex knew that Ava was not just going to say no, but, she had developed a bit of an ego because she did know that she was, the most beautiful girl in the class, and she could have any guy she wanted. She was not going to be nice about letting him down. She was going to be cruel, she was going to be mean, and she was going to crush him, dude. She was going to freaking crush him. And Alex is like, all right, I got to find Ben. I need to find him before he asks Ava out. And as Alex was saying that, he hears, or he looks up, and he looks at the table across, because they're sitting at lunch. He looks at the table farthest away, and that's where Ava and her friends were sitting, and Ben was walking up to her table. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment Minecraft down below. And if you want to support the channel, one of the best things you can do is binge watch the videos. And please let me know in the comment section what you're doing while watching these videos. And also, final thing, a bit of a new request I have. If you haven't already done so, if you have a TikTok account, go follow my TikTok. It is Connor Pugs. I have about 7,000 followers on there. I'm reposting clips from here. I'm just trying to reach a new audience on TikTok and hopefully bring them to the family over on here. And if you could even just following me in there and occasionally watching my videos, basically no one watches them on there, and I need a little bit of traction from you guys to help them reach new people, and I really would appreciate it. Anyways, let's get back to the story before I bore you guys. And also, if you're going to buy some gamer subs or any of their stuff, wait about a week. I have a pretty cool surprise coming for you guys. But anyways, enough of teasing that. I can't say too much right now. Anyways, right, so Alex looks over and he notices that Ben is walking to Ava's table. And he's like, oh my God, no, this can't be happening. And he goes and he starts to like walk over, and the people Alex was sitting with are like, Alex, go, he's gonna do it, don't let this happen. So Alex is basically sprinting over to the table, but he doesn't get there in time, and he kind of stops. He's like, no, I'm too late. So Ben goes up to Ava and goes, Ava? And Ava looks up and is like, yes. Oh my, the next part's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Ben goes up to her and literally lifts up both of his arms. You know how, like, after you run and you're, like, really exhausted, you'll put your arms above your heads to, like, make it easier to breathe, right? Or you're told to do that or whatever, right? That's basically what he did. And you could see Ava's face. Like, first you saw her nose kind of twitch as she was smelling what was going on. And then you saw her eyes water, her face crunch up. And you could almost hear, like, like, it was a bad smell. It was not good. And Alex is like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm partially responsible. Oh, my God. I'm partially responsible, man. This is on me. Anyways, Ben goes on to say, so, Ava, now that, I've let your senses, acclimate themselves, and if you have any primal urges, wink, wink, that are coming up from, the surface that are breaking through, would you like to go on a date? You know what? Let's just skip that. Would you like to be my girlfriend? And Alex is like, in his head, he's like, no, Ben, no, no. And so sure enough, Ava's just looking at him, blinking. Not even responding, not laughing or anything. She's just blinking. Because she's just so dumbfounded by did this kid just straight up ask me out? Because remember, Ava and Ben, they're not friends. They're not dating each other. They're not close like that. What? And he also smells terrible. And Ben is like, if you don't know your answer yet, maybe you'll know it in a second. And Ben literally gets closer to her and, like, pushes his armpit in her face. And she's like, ew, get away from me. And kind of pushes him back. He's like, looks over at Alex. And Ben's like, yells over, don't worry, Alex. Don't worry. Give it a second. You'll see, man. You'll see. It's crazy. You're not going to believe it. She's going to fall in love with me. And Ava looks up. Fall in love with you? I don't know who you are. I just know that you're a guy who came over here and is smelling terrible and is pushing his stinky armpits in my face. No, I will not go out with you. And, like, at this point, everybody in the cafeteria has turned their heads. Everybody has turned their heads and is looking at this because it's a scene. It's a spectacle. I mean, Ben is standing up there with his greased out armpits, and Ava, known as the prettiest girl in the class, has just demolished him in front of everyone, spectators of the entire class. At this point, there's an awkward silence because people have stopped speaking. Like, they've stopped speaking because they want to hear what's going on. And Ben is like, I see. Let me know if you change your mind. And Ava's like, no, I will never change my mind. As I said, she's a little extra, right? And Ben just walks over to Alex. And Alex looks at him. He's like, dude, I was trying to come over to tell you not to do it. Like, I'm sorry. This is my fault. Ben's like, bro, this is not your fault. She just needs time to realize. Like, Ben goes on to say that, this is totally part of the plan. He knew that there's a chance that, her, like, primal senses would be stopped by her, like, brain, but it was only a matter of time till, like, they break through. And now that he's, like, broken through to the senses through, like, essencing out the stink or whatever, that, like, eventually, within, like, the next 24 hours, she will come to her senses, maybe privately, maybe not publicly, but they will be dating. And Alex is like, dude, you can't seriously think that. And Ben is like, it's my theory. Like, I know it's to be true. You have your opinions, and I have my facts. I'm sorry, I stole that from Baskets. Greatest show ever. Rip Christine Baskets, bro. Brings a tear to my eye. Anyways, and so sure enough, next day rolls around. It has been 24 hours. And Alex just goes up to Ben. He's like, yo. Ben's like, yeah, what's up? He's like, hey, did she ask you out yet? And he's like, no, it hasn't been 24 hours. Ben looks at his phone, looks at the time. He's like, dude, it's been like 22 hours. And Ben goes on to say, see, you're proving my points. Once again, my facts destroy your opinions. And Alex is like, okay, but I mean, she hasn't asked you out yet. And 2 hours go by. Alex goes up to him and Ben's like, dude, I don't want to talk about it. Alex is like, that's fine, man. Like, you don't have to prove anything to me. Like, I get it. Alex is like, dude, you're good. Don't worry about it. Just please go home and take a shower. And sure enough, Ben, while he actually continued to play Minecraft, no longer believed the whole caveman philosophy of you must smell like garbage for women to like you. And that was partially due to the fact that it doesn't work, and he has firsthand experience in why it doesn't work. And yeah, him and Ava did not ever date from that point on. It was a pretty bad first impression. By the way, that was a first impression practically. I think they knew of each other beforehand, but yeah. Moral of the story is don't do that, guys.
Click on the
Please.
video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just
Everyone, hope you're having a great day today, because today we have probably one of the most insane stories about a Minecraft kid to date. I mean, you do not want to miss this, so sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's call today's subscriber who submitted this story, let's call him Dave. So anyways, right, you know, Dave was in the 3rd grade, and in the 3rd grade, like at this time, Minecraft was huge. I mean, Minecraft was really big now, but it was like really, really big back in like 2013, 2014. Dave is quite older, but this is a story from back in his childhood. So anyways, right, you know, one thing that was starting to get pretty big, 2015, 2016, I don't totally know exactly when the story happens, was something called, you know, Minecraft PvP, where basically people would fight each other in Minecraft. And there was this kid in Dave's class who we're going to call Ben, because of course we're going to call him Ben. So anyways, right, you know, Dave and Ben, you know, they weren't necessarily best friends, but they started to get to know each other because they both were really into the whole Minecraft player versus player battles. And so they would start to like play a little bit, you know, with each other after school. They would go on Minecraft servers and they would fight each other, and it was actually quite fun. So Dave and Ben started to become friends in class. And the thing is, though, Dave was not friends with Ben after what is about to happen, which is absolutely crazy, but you'll have to wait for that one, right? So anyways, right, you know, Dave and Ben, you know, they're talking at recess. So there's a swing set at this school's recess, at the school's playground. So Dave and Ben, they're both on the swings, and you know, Ben is like, man, I don't know, I really don't like Miss Davenport. So Miss Davenport's gonna be the name of their teacher for their math class, and Dave's like, dude, I know, she's the worst. And Ben's like, bro, like, I wish I could just like spend my entire day getting better at Minecraft PvP, like learning how to like be better, but instead I have to spend all this time learning my times tables, bro. I hate those. Little side note, I hated my times tables because I would be like timed to be like, you have to do all these in 1 minute. I'm terrible under pressure. I did not like those. But anyways, Dave and Ben, you know, they were talking about how they really didn't like, you know, the math they had to do in their class, and how they thought that their teacher was like extra mean, even though Dave tells me in retrospect the teacher was actually super normal. Like, she was like honestly just trying to teach them the fundamentals of math that they would need for like the next 7 years of schooling. But at that time, Dave and Ben, the Minecraft kid, they just didn't get that. So Dave and Ben decided that, you know what, they were going to pull a prank on their teacher to somehow get more time to play Minecraft. So what they were going to do is they were going to find a way to bring their like computers into class and to play Minecraft like during class, so that they can, because like what they were thinking is Dave and Ben, the Minecraft kid, were like, you know what, I hate math. When am I actually going to use it? But you know what I'm using every day? My Minecraft player versus player battle skills. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, basically they were thinking to themselves, like, we gotta practice in class because we're wasting all of our time doing math. This is ridiculous. So anyways, they conjure up a plan, and the whole plan is that they will like put their backpacks on their desk, because they actually had pretty big desks, and they would also sit all the way in the back of class, and their backpacks would be like on the desk enough so that it would be kind of blocking their computers, and they'd whip out their computers, and, you know, they would have their mouses or whatever, and then they would play Minecraft in class, and they just like attach to the school Wi-Fi. This was so far back then that like the school Wi-Fi, like people, like the administrators in the school didn't even know about like how to do like Wi-Fi blocking. You know how like when you go to school Wi-Fi, you can't look up certain sites or use certain things. This was back in the day when like they didn't even know about this. They're just like, oh, internet connection, cool. Anyone can use it. We don't really care. I don't know if every school was like this, but at least Dave and Ben's school was like this. So anyways, the next day rolls around and they bring their computers into school. And on the way out, Dave's mom was like, oh, honey, why do you have your computer with you? And, you know, Dave was like, I need to think quick on the spot. He's like, we need it for class. And Dave's mom's like, oh, cool. So anyways, Dave goes into school. He meets up with Ben before class. He's like, bro, are you ready? And Ben's like, yeah, dude, I got my PC. I'm ready for this. So they go into class and they both sit in the back of the class. And the teacher's like, all right, class, today we'll be learning about long division. By the way, screw long division. That is the worst thing ever. But anyways, right, so Dave and Ben, you know, they're sitting in the back of class. They pull out their backpacks and they put them on their desk. And the teacher kind of looks over and doesn't think anything of it. She's like, weird. But if you want to have less desk space, then be my guest, bro. Like, that's not on me, that's on you, so whatever. And then Dave and Ben, they pull out their computers and then they pull out their mice, and they barely have enough room to fit everything on there, but barely is still it. They still have enough room, even if it's barely enough room. So anyways, right, they get their laptops out, they connect to the Wi-Fi, they're like, all right, this is perfect. So they go on whatever player versus player Minecraft server where they can fight each other and other people. I don't know if it was Hypixel back in the day. I don't know if it was like a Bad Lion or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know the history that well. But they go on their server, right? And the thing about like Minecraft PvP, if you don't know, when you fight someone in Minecraft, you normally have like a sword. Normally, you can have like bow, rod, lava bucket. You can have a lot of stuff. But normally it's sword fighting, and for sword fighting, you need to click. And neither of these kids had auto clickers or anything like this. So they wanted to swing their sword, they needed to click. And the thing is, right, they didn't have some kind of like ghost mouse that makes no sounds when you click it, which I don't know even if that's a thing, because like, why would you want that? Except for this very specific situation, which doesn't come up often. Well, actually, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not typically in class pretending to be like hiding behind like a backpack, secretly playing Minecraft, ignoring my math schools or my like math class or whatever. That doesn't normally happen. But anyways, right? So the thing is, for them to play, they need to be clicking. And remember, this class isn't super loud and rowdy, and no one else is on their computers and no one else is clicking a mouse. So they don't even really think of this. They're just like, Dave and Ben are just so excited to the fact that they're able to play Minecraft during their math class that they legitimately just they get on the server and they go, actually, I have a mouse with me right now. They just start like going crazy, and they're clicking away and they're fighting people, and they're doing pretty well, right? So Dave is super focused right now. He's playing this kid who's actually pretty good, and they're really close. They're basically have the same number of hits, and he hears Ben whisper, Dave, 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 Dave. And Ben, and Dave's like, Ben, stop, I'm in the middle of a fight. And that's when the teacher says, then he hears his name again, but he hears Dave, and sure enough, it is Miss Davenport. And he looks up, and he immediately closes his computer. At this point, like, Ben is like, oh my God. And Dave is like, hi, Miss Davenport. How's it going, Miss Davenport? How's it going there? Haha, what's good? Miss Davenport, and sure enough, like, Miss Davenport's like, you two, you're coming with me. And they pack their bags, and they walk up to the principal's office, and they get in trouble because you're not supposed to be doing that in class. And and the principal, ends up calling their parents. When Dave gets back, Dave's mom's like, you were playing Minecraft, you were playing like video games. I don't know if she knew if it was Minecraft exactly. So you were playing video games in class. You're supposed to be paying attention. Like, this is foundational material for the rest of your academic career. Like, you're going to be in college and college math class, and you're going to be thinking back, why didn't I pay attention to that long division? Bro, I've never done long division like since fourth grade, bro. Just a little tip. I mean, learn it because you need to pass, but I've never used that stuff again. Oh my God. Anyways, though, Dave is not happy. And, Ben is also not happy. So the next day, while they did get in trouble, they still had their recess privileges. So they went out back to the swing set. And Ben was like, dude, Miss Davenport is the worst. And Dave's like, bro, 100%. She is the worst. Even though, like, in retrospect, Dave tells me that Miss Davenport was literally just doing her job, and that Dave back then and Ben, his friend, were just a bunch of dumb kids. But anyways, at the time, Dave and Ben were like, bro, she is the worst. We need to actually get back at her for what she did to us. Dave's like, bro, what were you thinking? And Ben's like, you know what? Last night, I was just so angry that I was sitting there, and I was just trying to come up with something. I was trying to come up with an epic prank that would truly get her. So Dave and Ben end up doing something which you guys will hear in just a little bit. That is something that I have to do a little bit of a disclaimer. Do not do this. I have personally never done it, and I actually don't know anyone who's done this. And it's also pretty illegal, and it's a jerk move, and you should never do something like this. That's just my disclaimer coming from me, so I can freely tell the rest of the story. So anyways, on the swing set, Dave and Ben, since they live close to each other and they're allowed to kind of roam around, Ben's like, dude, I figured out exactly where Miss Davenport lives last night. And Dave's like, bro, what? And Ben's like, dude, Miss Davenport, she lives really close to us. Like, she lives like 5 minutes away. And Dave's like, bro, okay, what do you want me to do with this information? And Ben's like, dude, my mom just bought eggs. And she probably, so much stuff goes in her fridge, she won't notice if she loses some eggs, right? And Ben's like, or Dave's like, bro, Ben, I don't understand what you're trying to say. And that's when Ben says, you and me, tonight, we're going to go egg her house for what she did to us. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment door down below. That's for the OGs of this channel. If you don't get it, that's all good. But if you've been around for a while, that probably brought you back. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, comment door down below, D-O-O-R, or the thing that, like, you know, you enter a house with or a building with. I just want to see how many people make this far into the video. And also, if you want to support the channel, literally binge watch these videos, like sit down and watch a bunch of story videos in a row. It really helps me out more than you can ever imagine. And let me know in the comment section what you are doing while binge watching these videos. Are you playing video games? Are you doing some artwork? Are you going to sleep? Whatever you're doing, let me know. I'll heart it. And I'll even sometimes throw up your comments on screen. So here are some people. Here's a little bit of a shout out to these people if you want a bit of a shout out and to it. So anyways, right, at this point, Dave and Ben, you know, they kind of commit to, you know, doing the thing that they're going to do. And after school, you know, they basically have a plan to tell their parents that they're going on a nighttime walk at like 8, and then they're going to meet up at a certain place. So anyways, it's like 7:55, and Dave's starting to get butterflies in his stomach. Like, this is really crazy. He's starting to feel really, like, weird about this, but he's like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going through with it. So it's 8 o'clock. He walks out there, and he meets up with his friend Ben, and sure enough, Ben has 4 eggs in his hand. So they're not going to, like, you know, they're not going to load up a Gatling gun with 1,000 eggs and completely, like, I don't know, they're not going to turn her house into an omelet or anything like that, but they're still going to egg the house, which, once again, disclaimer, do not ever do. It's not even, like, cool or anything like that. You're an idiot if you do it. Anyways, because you will get in trouble, dumbass. But anyways, Dave and Ben, they start walking over, and they're hiding the eggs, right? They walk over to where Miss Davenport's house is. And they sneak around over, and then they hide in the bushes, right? And Dave turns to Ben. He's like, dude, are you sure about this? And Ben's like, don't forget what she did to us. And with that, Dave gets a little angry. He takes one of the eggs. He's like, on 3. And then Ben takes one of his eggs. He's like, all right. And Dave's like, 3, 2, 1. And then 2 eggs splat. And then he's like, all right, we got to fire this one quickly. They take both of them again. And sure enough, they got 4 eggs right across the side of the house. And this time, they need to get out of there. So they don't run away, but they kind of like power walk away. And they kind of sneak out of there. And they watch and they hear the door open. But by that time, they are out of sight. So Dave and Ben quickly like power walk away. And they go out of sight, out of distance. They're like, oh my God. Oh my God, that was crazy. They're like, we totally got her. And Dave is like, we totally got her. And Ben's like, I don't know. And Dave's like, dude, we totally got her. Like, how could you want to get her more? And once again, Ben's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was enough. And Dave's like, well, that was enough for me. So sure enough, they go back home, they go to bed. You know, the next day they wake up and, they go to school and they're sitting and, once again, they go back to their swing set. And Dave is like, man, I don't know. I just don't feel satisfied with what happened. I feel like she deserves more. And at this point, Dave's like, bro, Ben, what do you mean? We got our house. We got her good. And Ben's just like, man, I don't know, Dave. Like, I just don't feel like we actually did get her good. I feel like there's still more that can be done. The wrong has not been righted. And Dave's like, bro, chill out. The wrong has definitely been righted, which, by the way, 2 wrongs do not equal a right, bro, but anyways, right? So sure enough, they go back to class, and they're sitting there, and, Miss Davenport calls on Ben. Ben doesn't know the answer, and it doesn't embarrass him in front of the whole class. But bro, when you get called on and you very clearly are not trying to have your hand raised because you're not trying to get called on, and the teacher calls on you in class, and everyone looks, and you turn around and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. That's embarrassing. But apparently that was just like, that was the last straw for Ben. And as they're like, so their school is out, or not school is out, but school is out for the day. They're waiting in line to be picked up by their parents. And Ben walks up to Dave and is like, bro, I'm getting revenge on Miss Davenport for embarrassing me today. And, Dave's like, bro, what are you talking about? And Ben's like, dude, she's been crazy recently. And what we did was just like, it was a little drop in the bucket. It really means nothing. But I'm going to get her tomorrow. And I'm going to use my Minecraft skills to get her back. I'm going to put my training to good use. And Dave looked at him and had literally no idea what he was going to do. So he's like, okay, man, cool. So anyways, the next day rolls around. And once again, before class, they're at recess and they're sitting on the swings. Dave and Ben always sit on the swings together. No one else really uses the swings, so they're kind of like, it's the place they always go to. And Dave is just talking, and Ben's like, bro, you're going to want to be in class today. And Dave's like, dude, of course I'm going to be in class. Like, what would I do if I skipped it? Sit in the bathroom, dude? Like, what? Because remember, they didn't really have phones then. I mean, phones were a thing, but since they were kids, they didn't really have it. But anyways, Ben goes on, bro, you're going to want to be there. And Dave's like, okay, like, do you want to tell me? And Ben's like, nope, it's going to be a surprise. But just know that Miss Davenport is not going to want to mess with me or anyone else, including you, after this. And Dave's like, okay, man, cool. So they get to class. And, Dave sits next to Ben. And he looks over. And there's something's weird with Ben's bag. And that's when Dave realizes, those like fake plushy Minecraft diamond swords that you can buy online, like the little toy things. Yeah, one of those, the handle of that was sticking out of his backpack. And Dave looks at Ben and is whispering like, yo, dude, why is there a diamond sword in your backpack? And Ben's like, bro, you're gonna see, dude. And Dave's like, okay. What? And Dave's like, bro, just wait. It's gonna be crazy. And Dave's like, all right, man, I'll trust you on this one. So sure enough, right, Ben is kind of just waiting to be called on. And sure enough, Miss Davenport's like, all right, Ben, can you answer this? Because she was going around just asking people. And Ben's like, Miss Davenport, I did not raise my hand. And Miss Davenport's like, well, sometimes I call on people. It's just part of the class. And Ben is like, stands up. He's like, that is the last time that you disrespect me, ma'am. And he reaches into his backpack and whips out his diamond sword. And Dave is like, oh my God, this guy's gone off the rocker. And he starts swinging it around like, and Miss Davenport's like, Ben, what is that? Like, why do you have like a little fake plastic sword or whatever? And Ben is like, you don't understand. He starts walking towards her, swinging it. Everyone in the class is dead silent. They're like, bro, this kid's gone insane. Oh my God. But anyways, right, so Ben is walking towards him with the sword. Miss Davenport's like, dude. Or she doesn't. Okay, Miss Davenport, the teacher, the 40-year-old math teacher, does not say dude. But she's like, Ben, put that down immediately, and you're coming with me to the principal's office. And Ben's like, no, you disrespected me and my brethren for too long. And he goes up, and he's like, any last words? And, Miss Davenport's like, Ben, put that thing down immediately. You and I are going to the principal's office. Cut off mid-sentence. Why was she cut off mid-sentence? Well, because at that point, Ben had enough, and he swung with the diamond sword. However, he got too close to her. So when he swung with the diamond sword, he held the diamond sword in his fist so tightly that when he swung, he didn't hit her only with the diamond sword. He accidentally hit her with his fist that was clutching onto the diamond sword so tightly that he basically just square punched her in the face. And at this point, it was such I know he's just a little kid, but just like the shock and the momentum and just somehow he got it just right that he went, whoopah! And Miss Davenport stood there for like a second and then just collapsed on the floor. And everyone, their mouths were just gaping open. They were just like, oh, what? What? Huh? Oh, what is going on? What is going on? What? And so, okay, so sure enough, one girl just runs out of the room immediately. And Ben is kind of just standing there, just kind of shocked with what happened. Because, bro, you're not expecting to knock out the teacher with your diamond sword. I don't care how delusional you are. Like, you were just not expecting that to happen. And, Ben's just standing there. He's like, oh my God, 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 what'd I do? What'd I do? Everyone in the class is like, oh my God, is she dead? Oh my God. She was not dead. She's just knocked out. But within like 5 minutes, the girl that ran out actually ran out just to go get like help from like security or whatever. And sure enough, security walks in and they look at what's happening. They see the kid with the diamond sword and the teacher slumped over, and the girl points to him and says, that's the kid. Security goes up, grabs Ben, is like, you're coming with us. And the other security officer goes and checks like Ms. Davenport's pulse to make sure that she wasn't like actually, destroyed by that. And sure enough, she was fine, but like she was knocked out. They call an ambulance. Ambulance comes over. Miss Davenport starts coming back too. She's given water, electrolytes, whatever. And Dave is just sitting there like, oh my God. So Ben actually gets up getting expelled from the school. He's not suspended. He's not in trouble. He's expelled from the school. They have like a zero tolerance for anything like that. However, there was some questioning to Ben about like the recent like egging to her house because she did report it to the school. And thankful to Ben did not say anything. Ben kept his mouth shut, said he knew nothing of it, that was ridiculous, and they didn't look any further into it. And Ben and Dave never really spoke that much afterwards because Dave's mom like, I don't want you hanging out with Ben. He's a bad influence and all that kind of stuff. And to this day, Dave and Ben have not seen each other since. And Dave does not know where Ben is. Ben might be at some other school. Dave thinks that like the parents moved because he actually walked over to see like if Ben was at his house because he wanted to like to see how he was doing. And it was like a totally different family in that house when he went over. It was kind of weird, but whatever, right? And to this day, Dave has no idea what's happening, and it was probably the craziest story of his life. Today I get a story time of another one of these Minecraft kids deciding to fight back against his babysitter in a quite unconventional way, you might say. I mean, I bet you can read the title right now. So yeah, with that being said, sit back, relax, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's call today's subscriber who submitted this story to me, let's call him Ryan. So Ryan was friends with this kid who really liked Minecraft. So we're calling him the Minecraft Kid because that always works in the title, and you guys like the Minecraft Kid stories, and I like telling them. But anyways, right, Ryan was invited over to this kid who he didn't know that well, and we're just going to call him the Minecraft Kid. So anyways, right, Ryan was invited over to the Minecraft Kid's house to, well, play Minecraft with him. The idea was he was going to go over on a Friday night and play some Bed Wars with this kid. Honestly, sounds like a pretty sick Friday night, if you know what I mean. However, he didn't really know much about this kid, and he only kind of just started to know him because Ryan's mom and the Minecraft Kid's mom became friends like a couple months ago when they were both volunteering for something, or maybe they just met. I don't know why, but Ryan's mom and the Minecraft Kid's mom became friends, and for that reason, Ryan's mom's like, oh, I have a son about your son's age, they should totally hang out. And since Ryan knew nothing about the Minecraft Kid, at their first like interaction, which wasn't like a sleepover playdate type thing, he was like, so what do you like to do? And he's like, I like to play Minecraft. He's like, cool, do you like to play Bed Wars? And he's like, yeah, it's my favorite game. So they bonded over it. So anyways, Ryan was heading over to the Minecraft Kid's house. And Ryan's mom told him, hey, just so you know, the Minecraft Kid's mom is not going to be there. She's going to be out for something. However, they hired a babysitter, and the Minecraft Kid's mom should be back by like 10 or 11. And Ryan was like, all right, that's totally fine. I don't really care. It's not like we would have been hanging out with the Minecraft Kid's mom and having her play in our Bed Wars trios or something, man. So it's fine. So Ryan gets over to the Minecraft Kid's house, and when he gets there, no one greets him at the door. He kind of stands there for a second, and he knocks on it, and he stands there for like a little more time, and he hears noises coming from upstairs. And it's a two-story house, and there's a window right above him, and the window is open, and he can hear noises. And you know what noises he hears? He hears block placing noises. He hears golden apple eating noises. He hears bed break noises. He's like, wait a minute. Bro, the Minecraft kid is playing Bed Wars right now. And, Ryan was thinking that he would have yelled up to the Minecraft kid, but the door eventually opened, and presumably the babysitter, or who we thought the babysitter was, was the babysitter. That isn't like the big secret of the story, but the babysitter comes and, opens the door and says, hey, so sorry, Minecraft kid's upstairs. I'm, making dinner right now for you guys. It'll be ready in like 30 minutes, so make sure you're not in the middle of the game in like half an hour. And Ryan's like, all right, that sounds pretty cool. So he goes up the stairs, he opens the door, and the Minecraft kid's like, what's good, bro? I'm in the middle of a game. Get your like laptop out and set your stuff up, and we'll go into like doubles in just a second. And so sure enough, and by the way, guys, Bed Wars it's a Minecraft game where you can it's fun. You should go look it up and play it maybe. But just for context, it's a video game on Minecraft. But anyways, right, so he sets up his gaming setup or whatever. He gets that all ready. And yeah, sure enough, the Minecraft kid eventually wins his game. Great work, Minecraft kid. Not so great work at later the night, as you can tell by the title. But yeah, anyways, Ryan and the Minecraft kid, they start playing some Bed Wars duos. Life's pretty good. And that's until they're in the middle of a game and it's really, really intense, right? It's getting really down to the wire. If you know a thing or two about Bed Wars, all the beds have been broken, and they're really just both of them. Ryan and the Minecraft kid are super stacked. They have their golden app, they sweated to diamond armor, and the two people that were remaining were about as good as they were. And they were playing for all the marbles at this point, man. This was pretty intense. And that's when the babysitter yells, all right, guys, time for dinner. And the Minecraft kid's like, well, 1 second. Yells down that, and Ryan and the Minecraft kid are like, all right, how are we gonna do this? Do we go in? Do we wait? And the Minecraft kid is a big fan of like camping, which in a video game, when you're camping, that basically just means that like you're staying on defensive ground and you're waiting for the opponent to come to you, which in Bed Wars, if you're super, super stacked, that can kind of give you the advantage because you can always drop golems. You got hometown advantage if you have the regen thing. Camping is an okay strategy, super late game, but that also means that the game's going to be a long time. And Ryan says to the Minecraft kid, hey man, do you think we should be aggressive and we should be the one attacking them because our food is dinner is ready. Do you think we should just go do that for the sake of doing that just so we can, and we'll play another game when we come back. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, I know that we'll win. We have prot 4 diamond, they don't. But if we go to them, there's a chance that they knock us off, we fall while going, they fireball us over. It's just a lot more dangerous to go over. He said, we're staying here. And Ryan, who doesn't really care, he's like, all right, man, sure, we'll stay here. And then, a minute later, the babysitter says, guys, you don't want dinner to get cold? The Minecraft kid's like, 1 second. Which it wasn't going to be a second. It was going to be probably 5-10 minutes on average remaining of the game. And Ryan and the Minecraft kid were waiting it out. And the thing was, the other team was camping too, which basically means that they were both just collecting gear and such, and they weren't attacking each other. So then the babysitter was, yelled up again, guys, come on, I made you something. I told you not to be in the middle of a game. And he's like, once again, the Minecraft kid, instead of saying, hey, I'm so sorry, can we be down there in 5 to 10 minutes? I apologize. He's like, 1 second. He just keeps yelling down 1 second. And the babysitter kind of did something that she probably shouldn't have. It just wasn't that deep, but I think the babysitter was kind of getting mad that, they just were refusing to come down when, she was sweating out some good food or whatever. So the babysitter, what she does is she goes to the Wi-Fi router, and yes, you can probably already guess, unplugs it and replugs it, which basically, if your Wi-Fi, at least in my case, whenever my Wi-Fi is super slow or just kind of sucks, I go to the Wi-Fi modem or router or whatever. I go modem. What am I saying? I go to the Wi-Fi router, and I think I combined router and modem. My fault. I go to my Wi-Fi router or box, unplug it, replug it. Wi-Fi's down for 5 minutes, but then it comes back nice and fresh and clean. However, the Wi-Fi goes down. So basically, right, Ryan and the Minecraft kid are in the middle of a match, and they start they start to go to buy something from the store, and Ryan's clicking on it, but it's not registering it. And Ryan's like, dude, dude, I think I'm disconnecting. And at this point, right, if you disconnect, you lose. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, it's not working. Why can't I place blocks? Why are things not registering? And then both at the same time, they get a message like, not kicked, but like it disconnects from Hypixel, like no connection. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, starts slamming his fist. And Ryan, who doesn't really care, and looks at the Minecraft kid, and the Minecraft kid was like, I was on a 99 win streak. I won 99 games in a row. I was going to go to 100. I've been recording the whole thing. I was going to clip it and post it on YouTube, man. I was about to get 100. Basically, he was pretty upset. So Ryan and the Minecraft kid, Ryan just looks at the Minecraft kid and be like, all right, man, I'm so sorry. Like, we'll grind it out tonight. We'll get you back to at least halfway, which was a lie. They were not going to play, nevertheless, win 50 games in a row. But, you know, Ryan's just trying to calm the air. And he's like, yeah, man, don't worry. We'll get back to it. So they walk down, and the babysitter is waiting there. And she's like, guys, like, I asked you to come down. If you weren't going to come down, you should have at least told me. I would have put it back in the stove. Now the food is cold. It really took me, you know, turning off the Wi-Fi to get you guys to come down. Teenagers these days. Or not, she's a teenager. She's the babysitter. I guess preteens these days. And that's when Ryan is like, oh my God, she turned off the Wi-Fi. That's why we frozen the game. And Ryan looks over at the Minecraft kid, whose face, he just stood there. Like he's been frozen by like a spell that turns you to stone. He's just frozen there, looking at her. His like jaw starts to slack a little bit, like, oh my God, it was you. It was you who got in between me and the 100 Bed Wars win streak. Real quick comment, Minecraft, if you made it this far into the video, as that will be the secret word of the day. And if you want to support the channel, as always, just go ahead and binge watch several videos or a bunch of videos whenever you have the time. And let me know in the comments if you do this, because it really does support me more than you can probably even imagine. It boosts the channel. YouTube likes watch time anyways. So right now, remember, Ryan and the Minecraft kid just lost in a very important game for the Minecraft kid. He almost got a 100 win streak, which is pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. But unfortunately, the babysitter, who kind of like overreacted a little bit, got mad and unplugged the Wi-Fi, and that made them lose the game that they probably were actually going to win. And so when they walk down, they have no idea that the babysitter was the reason why they lost the game, until the babysitter is like, oh, guys, like, I really had to pull the Wi-Fi plug to get you guys down here. Like, crazy how like preteens are these days, or kids on their phones too much, like on that like old man behavior type thing, even though this girl was like 17 or something. And the Minecraft kid is just so angry. And he's like, you're the reason I lost my Minecraft game. And she's like, sorry, like, should have come down faster, or should have at least told me. And she goes to sit down, and Ryan is also like, all right, well, this is going to be a little awkward, but whatever. I'm still going down to sit down, like, whatever. Like, he's not going to react that ridiculously. How do I say this? Yeah, no, he acted ridiculously. The Minecraft kid waits until the girl sits, or the babysitter, she's 17. I guess she's still like a girl, I guess. She is, I don't know. So she waits till the babysitter, right, sits down. And when the babysitter sits down, the Minecraft kid runs up to her, grabs a chair. This is like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Grabs a chair, turns around, pulls down his pants, and rips up. Dude, I'm 19 years old, and I'm telling you about Minecraft kid revenge farting in someone's face. I'm doing it. I'm going through with it. I'm too far in the story to turn around. The Minecraft kid, after getting on the chair, ripping down his pants, farts in the babysitter's face, directly her eye while it was open. If you don't know, the reason why the fart smells bad, because there's a lot of gross particles in it. And when the gross particles get into your eye can get infected, and it can be really bad. So the babysitter legitimately falls out of her chair and starts like screaming, because like because apparently he really ripped one. He really ripped one, man, and her eye was open, and it was really close. And Ryan was like, well, so this kid and I have one thing in common. We like Bed Wars, and we have nothing else in common, and this will probably be the last time I ever hang out with him. And yeah, so the babysitter's like, what did you do? Why would you do that? Like, that's so ridiculous and disgusting. Like, my eye, it burns. Oh my God. Oh, my eye, it burns. Like, why would you do that? Like, and Ryan looks at the Minecraft kid, and the Minecraft kid is literally laughing. He's like, and Ryan's like, oh my God, this kid's, because the thing was, Ryan's thinking to himself, dude, this kid must do this all the time, because like, you're not just going to think to yourself, wow, I'm so angry at this person. Let me wait until they sit down, grab a chair, stand on it, turn around, pull down my pants, and fart directly point blank into their face. That's just not something that comes to you in the heat of the moment. That I mean, maybe I'm just built different from all you guys. I really don't know, but that definitely doesn't come to me. But sure enough, right, the babysitter eventually gets up, and Ryan and the Minecraft kid look at her face, and her left eye is red and swollen. And Ryan's like, oh my God, that is definitely not a coincidence. And the babysitter is like, move out of my way. And she moves past both of them, goes and finds the home phone, because I guess her phone wasn't on or something, and legitimately calls 911, an ambulance. Which, okay, that